So I'm that kind of person that I get totally overwhelmed with my space on a semi-regular basis, and I absolutely need to revise it. Now, I don't do this as often as I feel the need to do it, but occasionally I have to recruit my husband because there are just certain things that need to be changed in my space. So let me show you what I have now, and then I will bring you along as we do some moving around. And yeah, so stay tuned. Okay, so my goal as I give you this tour is not to give you motion sickness. So I'm going to do my best to make sure that the camera stays steady and you don't get too sick as we go. But as I walk into my office, I have this sort of little hallway because this right here is the closet for this room. Let me kind of show you the really obnoxious closet space. This is not my favorite because there's really, it's not that usable. I mean, it's technically walk-in, and there are these really deep shelves which store most of my kind of bigger yarns, but they go way, way up there. And they're really deep, so everything has to be in bins, otherwise it becomes really unusable. And I have a really handy husband, so he actually put electricity in here so I can have my printer in here. Now that's super handy. So, and as we kind of come back out of the closet, we go into the main space, and it's a pretty decent size room overall. Here I have a really handy standing desk. This is actually where I do all of my Swatch Saturday recordings, and I can work on different things. That is an armoire that holds a TV that, yes, actually I watch lots of YouTube videos on, and also stores some yarn in that space down there. And as we scroll around, I don't want to put anything right here because my dogs love to come in and look out this window. So usually these blinds are open, but I close them for the video. And we scroll around. Here is my super large desk. Before I was a crafter, I actually ran my business out of here. So having two monitors and a really big desk, I know this is like zooming in and out on you, apologize, was something that kind of came from that. Then I've got two windows up there, which are kind of a pain in the butt. That's why there is a cover over that one. And my lovely, my lovely secretary, which is where I do most of my videoing. But to be honest, I have to transform this space every time I record because it's just, it kind of works into the space that I sit and work on a regular basis, and then I have to move things around so that I can do my recording, and it is not that easy to use. And I mean, I guess I really shouldn't be complaining. It's a big space. And then I've got this that holds all my great notions. I have some shelves that I want my husband to put up here once we get everything moved around. But this desk weighs a lot. So I definitely need to get him to help me. Now, if we continue back behind the desk, because at one point in time I wanted to feel like a fancy CEO and have the desk away from the wall. Plus, I love to be able to look out my window. But back here, I've got some yarn storage, more yarn storage. But it's just, it eats up all of this great space in here that could be super available and handy. Then I'm going to swing around and I'm going to try and do it slowly again so you don't get too much motion sickness. There is the door and that hallway that I was sort of speaking about. Here is the standing desk. We have a very large calendar on the wall because my husband and I do all of our sort of yearly planning together on this calendar. So it really comes in handy. And then here is my TV with my armoire and some more yarn storage down in there. I'll give you a little bit of an idea of what I want to do. I basically want to take the desk and move it all the way to the window, and that way it opens up more of this floor space. I know my monitors are going to be up against the window a little bit. I'm okay with that. I might actually move the monitors to this side because it's totally doable. I'll have to see how I like that because I really love to be able to just look out the window whenever I want to. Then I am going to move the standing desk probably to this wall over here and move the secretary to where the standing desk is. And yeah, just kind of do the object shuffle. So that's what we've got so far, and stay tuned for some progress video. Yes. Okay, now I gotta get everything off the desk so Hubs and I can move the desk. Okay, so I have to tell you a little bit about my system of cleaning and organizing. And I don't know if your system is like this, but basically I take everything and just put it in one big pile, clean up the space that it was on, and then slowly go through and put it back. So that's kind of why everything's getting piled over here off of my desk, because this is what I would do even if I was just cleaning the space. So that's why, yes, it's just getting moved so that I have the space to kind of have a clean slate and pick through and then do it all in one batch. Do you do it like that? Let me know. I'm curious. Okay, back to the video. I love this quote, and this is something that my bonus son made me. If you're not familiar, my bonus son passed away in 2013, so a long time ago. But he made this in school, and he knew I loved horses, so this was a gift for me from my bonus son. So this is not going anywhere, but it weighs a lot. Hi, Floof. Get what your food for. Yeah. Yeah, you do Floof. Come on. Oh, I'm getting Floof all over me. Yes. Yes. I love you. And this is why I get glitter. Dog glitter. Yeah, 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 yeah. Mm. Mm. Did you get wet paws? Did you put your paws in your water? All right. Yeah. I'm not sure I can do any more without my husband. So we're gonna pause it here and wait until he gets here.
One eternity later.
Alright. See if it moves. Got it?
Yep. Do you want to get that stool and prop it under, and then we can move that piece first?
Does it fall? Maybe it'll just go down right there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
This end?
Yeah, probably. It's hard to get that in.
Just try not to use my
Bad shoulder.
bad shoulder.
Oh. I mean, since that side is not pretty, if we wanted to, we might be able to cut a hole in there to make it easier to get to the electric box. Hi, Blue. Gigi, my pretty girl. Yeah, you're my pretty girl. You're my pretty girl. Ooh.
But once it's plugged in, it doesn't matter.
No.
Gotta get the network cable.
Got enough? Or you need more?
Give me the
Blue.
Cute, Zoo.
Joe, mom play. Okay. She left the rope on my back. Interesting stuff. Ready? Got a space.
All the space you lost.
Huh?
You lost space.
Yeah, but that was not getting, I mean, it was not usable.
Oh, relative.
Mm-hmm. Step 2. You like all this space in here, Blue? All right, I think I can handle it from here. Till I tell you, you got to mount my pictures, my
If you figure out what you're
shelves.
doing.
Yeah, once I figure out what I'm doing. So I need some ice.
They'll come up with that ice eventually.
Probably. Thank you. And in case you didn't know this, ice helps to, well, when your dog doesn't take it, re-inflate. And Lucy thinks the ice is for her. Re-inflates the carpet. I supposed to, like, reinflate my carpet when I have dogs eating all my ice? They're like, oh, this is great. Okay. I'll wash my hands. You silly. You silly gooses. I now have to put all my yarn somewhere. I totally could put it right there, but I like the dogs being able to look out. Might be fun. Hello. Okay. Welcome to day 2 of the cleanup and reorganization of my office. Unfortunately, shortly after I turned off the video yesterday, I moved these containers right here, which then caused the whiteboard to fall off the wall and hit me in the head. So I sort of ended yesterday with a headache and a nasty bump that's still there. But I'm bound and determined to finish getting this cleaned up. I can't put the camera over where I had it yesterday right now because the sun's coming through the window up there, and so it would be too bright on the camera. But I might find a decent spot to put it. My goal for today is to finish getting my desk cleaned up right there. And then I hate these containers right here. They're very hard to use. They're very hard to open. They're just not well made. And I have some more of these right there that I stole from somewhere else in my house. So I'm going to try and condense what I have in here to other places throughout my office so I can ditch these all together. And then I just got a little more organization around that I got to do. I am almost there, but I got a little bit to get done. So, hope you enjoy it. Okay, so next up, I'm going to swing you around so I can tackle the standing desk and a couple of other things. And then I might have to work on the closet because I think some of the stuff in these containers is going to end up going in the closet. I try and keep the stuff that I don't use regularly or look at regularly in the closet, uh, which is like my acrylics and things like that. I have some, but I don't like using acrylic. So unless I have a very specific project that I think acrylic is going to be the best for, I put it in there. So let's swing you around and get started on that. Oh gosh, a couple of things that I just moved over here from my desk. Imagine that. All right, that is a current whip. This is the calendar. All right, it's time to decide where I'm going to put this. Maybe I will use it on near my desk. No, I'm not. All right, I'm going to put this in my closet for now, since we still have a couple of months before it starts. Anyway, 3 months. 3 months before it starts. That is a future me problem, as they say. I gotta tell you, there is a good chance I am not getting this finished today, too, because I have been up for like 40 minutes and my head is already starting to hurt from hitting it yesterday. But we're gonna do our best. So I wish I could show you the closet reorganization, but it's not bright enough in there. That's one of the problems. I need brighter light. But it's also just too cramped. So all you'd see would be my head. Not much interest there. So I am going to start by pulling out some of that stuff and getting it reorganized. And yeah, well, at least you get to see it all over the floor. See, part of the problem with having storage in the closet is after I'm done using something, it is so much more effort for me to actually put it back in a way, as opposed to when I have these drawers, I can just open a drawer, drop it in. Might not be as pretty as I would like it to be, but the storage in the closet, I have to pull it all the way out of the closet, open it up, put it in, close it back up, put it all the way back in, because everything in there is super snug and it's in closed containers. Okay, so I have those two containers, and I would love to take all of my chunky yarn, which I don't use that often, bulky and super bulky. And then I can open up 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 of those. Really, 1, 2, 3, 4. I need, we'll see. I have some other spaces. I have some more room in my secretary, and I think I can organize some more room in there. Oh, all right. Oh, look at this. Other stuff and projects. I should actually try and finish this one. It's got one more to go. But I have to buy more yarn. Hi! What you doing? Okay, 2 drawers emptied. See if I can repurpose this label. Where's my girl? No, not my label. Hi. Good girl. Jeszcze go Irish. Okay. Oh. Now, all of these are either items from my own closet or items that I have thrifted that I can upcycle and add crocheted sleeves to in some way. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with them quite yet, but you can see I've got plenty. Plus I have some t-shirts that are being washed, so I have to find a place to put all of these. Because the closet in there is not the nicest. Because anything that you hang on the rod gets in the way of other stuff. So I've made an executive wife decision, and I am going to hang these things in my husband's office closet because he doesn't use that space. Well, hello, and welcome to the corner. So this is it. I finally have finished up with the room clean. There's a couple more tweaks I need to do here and there, but overall it's done and I am really happy. I'm showered, I'm clean, my head is healing. So there's still a little sore spot back there. This is a few days later. There's still a little sore spot, but overall it's getting better. And I thought I'd give you a tour of how it looks now. Are you ready? Let's go. And here we go. We are entering the room. I'm going to really try hard not to give you motion sickness. You can see not much has changed in this angle right here. I still have my standing desk here, which I told you it was going to get moved, but it didn't. But instead of having the cabinets right here, the drawered black drawer plastic thingy, this is simplified. It's just my TV tray that has my microphone stand on it. We'll scroll around here to my closet. I did not actually end up doing much in here. I cleaned up the bottom shelf a little bit because I've got a couple of those bins now contain yarn that was otherwise stored elsewhere out here. And I cleaned up that top shelf a little bit for the same reason. As I said, I think I mentioned the hanger rod just does not work here. So you can see right now the door is, I'm trying to open and close it. It gets in the way of these hangers. So if I actually want to hang something in here, the door is going to bump on it. Now, you might say, hey, can't I just move this shelf? But even on the other side, then it's going to kind of cover up that shelf space there. So it's just not practical for hanging clothes. And that's why I stole some space in my husband's closet. All right, so let's carry on. You can see I have an active working project there. The calendar stayed in the same spot, despite me taking it down and moving it. I moved it back. My TV and armoire is still in the same spot. My desk has been moved up against this wall here. So it's now flush with the wall, which means it kind of goes about halfway into my window space. And that is totally okay with me. I would rather have the floor space than kind of have that space behind there. So we'll kind of continue around. I was originally thinking of putting some shelves up here, but I decided I don't like them there. So I'm going to put pictures or something like that there instead, something that's flat, because I felt like the depth of the shelves just didn't work. Now here is my corner, which is now my recording area. You can see there's my chair and my mannequin, my little subscribe sign right there. Reminder, subscribe, as it says. And my secretary, a little bit of cute stuff here and there. My Notions container, which used to be a CD container that used to be able to hold CDs. It's perfect for little Notions now. And then the bad guy that hit me in the head right there. I have moved over these. I added a couple more and I moved them all over here. I think I like them best there. I tried them in a few different spots. And even though they're very, inexpensive, modern, actually, they're really not inexpensive. For like 6 of them, it's like they're like $12 a piece or something like that. They're pretty pricey. So it's not a cheap alternative, but I think it is because I have to have my yarn in enclosed. If it's out, it gets really dusty because I live in the desert. So back around, that is the 360-degree view. Okay, so now that you've gotten to see the whole space, let me know what you think. What would you change up? What would you do a little bit different? I still have the space underneath the one window for one of my girls, my dogs, and the space along the wall for the other dog. And actually, in the last few days, now that the floor space has been opened up, they've kind of been just laying wherever they can fit because there's a lot more space for them to fit. So I'm enjoying having the dogs more in my office, even though, yeah, it adds a little bit of glitter to my projects, especially with a husky. I'm okay with that. And hopefully anybody that buys my stuff is okay with it too. I do put warnings on everything that says that there's husky love. So tell me what you think. I'd love to hear from you. And yeah, that's it. Hey, Farah, frog us out of here.